Are you ready to change your life, to transform your reality and manifest your deepest desires? Because right now, in this very moment, you're on the brink of something extraordinary. You're about to witness the incredible power of your own mind, your own energy, and your own ability to shape the world around you. Let's talk about the 6 unmistakable signs that you're about to attract everything you've ever wanted. These aren't just random occurrences or coincidences. They're powerful indicators that the universe is aligning with your intentions, that your thoughts and feelings are creating tangible changes in your reality. The first sign is a shift in your emotional state. You start feeling differently about your life, about your future. It's like waking up one day and realizing that the weight you've been carrying has suddenly lifted. You feel lighter, more optimistic, more excited about what's to come. This isn't just a fleeting moment of happiness. It's a fundamental change in your emotional baseline. You see, your emotions are the language of your body. They're the physical manifestation of your thoughts and beliefs. When you start feeling consistently good, when you find yourself smiling for no reason, when you catch yourself humming a tune as you go about your day, that's your body telling you that something big is about to happen. This emotional shift is crucial because it's not just about feeling good. It's about aligning your energy with the frequency of what you want to attract. Remember, attracts like when you're in a state of joy, gratitude, and expectation. You're literally tuning yourself to the frequency of abundance, love, and success. But here's the can't fake this. You can't just put on a happy face and expect the universe to respond. This emotional shift has to come from within. It has to be authentic, and that's why it's such a powerful sign. When you feel it, when you experience this genuine uplift in your emotional state, you know that something has fundamentally changed within you. The second sign is increased synchronicity in your life. You start noticing patterns, coincidences that seem too perfect to be random. Maybe you keep seeing the same number everywhere you look, or you overhear conversations that seem to be directly related to what you've been thinking about. Perhaps you bump into someone you were just thinking about, or you receive an unexpected opportunity that aligns perfectly with your goals. These synchronicities are the universe's way of communicating with you. They're signposts, little winks from the cosmos telling you that you're on the right path. But here's the thing. These synchronicities have always been there. The difference now is that you're aware of them. You're tuned in, you're paying attention. This increased awareness is a clear indication that you're becoming more present, more connected to the world around you. You're no longer sleepwalking through life, caught up in the endless chatter of your mind. Instead, you're awake, alert, and receptive to the messages the universe is constantly sending you. And as you become more aware of these synchronicities, they tend to increase. It's like tuning a radio. The clearer the signal gets, the more stations you can pick up. So when you start noticing these patterns and coincidences in your life, celebrate them, acknowledge them. They're confirmation that you're aligning with the flow of the universe. The third sign is a surge of inspiration and creativity. You find yourself brimming with new ideas, seeing possibilities where before you only saw obstacles. This isn't just about having a good day or feeling particularly productive. This is about tapping into a wellspring of creativity that seems to have no bottom. You might find yourself waking up in the middle of the night with brilliant solutions to problems that have been plaguing you for months. Or you might suddenly see connections between seemingly unrelated concepts, leading to innovative ideas in your work or personal life. This surge of creativity is a clear sign that you're accessing higher levels of consciousness. You're no longer limited by your habitual thought patterns or beliefs about what's possible. Instead, you're opening yourself up to the infinite potential of the quantum field. In this state, solutions come easily. Ideas flow freely. You're not forcing anything or trying to figure things out with your limited conscious mind. Instead, you're allowing yourself to be a conduit for universal intelligence. You're tapping into the same creative force that designs galaxies and orchestrates the intricate dance of subatomic particles. And here's the beautiful thing. The more you lean into this creative flow, the stronger it becomes. It's like exercising a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. So when you feel this surge of inspiration, don't question it. Don't doubt it. Embrace it. Act on it. Let it guide you towards your desires. The fourth sign is a sense of detachment from outcomes. This might seem counterintuitive at first. After all, if you're trying to manifest your desires, shouldn't you be focused on the outcome? But here's the paradox. True manifestation comes from a place of trust, not attachment. When you're about to attract your desires, you'll notice that you're less anxious about the odds and H1 show, and when you're no longer obsessing over every little detail or trying to control every aspect of the process. Instead, you feel a deep sense of trust in the universe and in your own ability to create your reality. This detachment doesn't mean you don't care about your goals. It doesn't mean you're not taking action towards them. It simply means that you're no longer deriving your sense of self-worth or happiness from external outcomes. You're able to hold your desires lightly, knowing that what's meant for you will come to you at the perfect time and in the perfect way. The state of detachment is incredibly powerful because it allows you to stay open to possibilities. When you're not fixated on a specific outcome, you're able to recognize and seize opportunities that you might have otherwise missed. You're able to flow with life rather than constantly swimming against the current. Moreover, this detachment creates space for the universe to work its magic. When you're constantly worrying and trying to force things to happen, you're actually creating resistance. You're sending out a signal of lack and fear, which only pushes your desires further away. But when you can relax into a state of trust and allowing, you open the floodgates for abundance to flow into your life. The fifth sign is an increase in your energy levels. You start feeling more vibrant, more alive. You wake up in the morning feeling refreshed and excited about the day ahead. Tasks that used to drain you now invigorate you. You find yourself having more stamina, both physically and mentally. This surge in energy is a clear indication that you're aligning with your true self, with your highest potential. When you're in alignment with your desires and with the universal flow, you're no longer wasting energy on resistance, on fighting against what is. Instead, all of your energy is channeled towards creation and growth. This doesn't mean you'll never feel tired or that you'll be bouncing off the walls 24/7. What it does mean is that you'll have a baseline of energy that's higher than what you're used to. You'll find that you're able to accomplish more without feeling depleted. You'll be able to focus for longer periods without getting distracted or fatigued. This increase in energy is also a sign that you're taking better care of yourself. When you're about to attract your desires, you naturally start making choices that support your well-being. You might find yourself craving healthier foods, wanting to move your body more, or prioritizing rest and relaxation. These aren't chores or tasks you force yourself to do. They're natural expressions of self-love and self-care that arise when you're in alignment with your highest good. Its energy is contagious. As you become more energized, you'll notice that you start attracting people and opportunities that match your new vibration. You'll find yourself in situations that excite and inspire you. You'll be drawn to people who uplift and motivate you. It's like you've stepped into a new dimension of life, one where everything seems brighter, more vivid, more alive. The sixth and final sign is a profound sense of inner peace. This isn't the kind of peace that comes from everything in your life being perfect. It's not dependent on external circumstances. This is a deep, unshakable peace that comes from within. You'll notice that things that used to bother you no longer do. You're able to stay calm and centered, even in challenging situations. You're less reactive, less prone to stress and anxiety. Instead, you're able to observe life with a sense of equanimity, knowing that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. This inner peace is a clear sign that you've shifted your identity. You're no longer defining yourself by your past experiences or your current circumstances. You're no longer at the mercy of your environment. Instead, you've tapped into your true nature as a creator, as a being of infinite potential. In this state of inner peace, manifestation becomes effortless. You're no longer trying to make things happen through force of will. You're no longer fighting against reality. Instead, you're allowing your desires to come to you naturally, organically, in perfect divine timing. This inner peace is also a sign that you've let go of resistance. You've released your attachment to how things should be and embraced what is. This doesn't mean you've given up on your desires. It means you've surrendered to the wisdom of the universe, trusting that everything is working out for your highest good. Now let's talk about what these signs mean and how you can use them to accelerate your manifestation process. Because recognizing these signs is just the first step. The real power comes from understanding how to work with them, how to amplify them, how to use them as fuel for your transformation. First and foremost, when you notice these signs in your life, celebrate them. Take a moment to acknowledge the shift that's occurring within you and around you. Too often, we rush through life without pausing to appreciate the miracles that are unfolding before our eyes. But when you take the time to consciously recognize and celebrate these signs, you're sending a powerful message to the universe. You're saying, yes, I see what you're doing. Yes, I'm ready for more. Secondly, use these signs as motivation to double down on your practices. If you've been meditating, meditate longer or more frequently. If you've been visualizing your desires, Make your visualizations more vivid, more detailed. If you've been practicing gratitude, find even more things to be thankful for. These signs are confirmation that what you're doing is working. They're encouragement to keep going, to dig deeper, to reach higher. Remember, manifestation isn't a one-time event. It's not like flipping a switch where suddenly everything you've ever wanted appears in your life overnight. It's a process, a journey of becoming. These signs are milestones along that journey. They're indicators that you're on the right path, that you are evolving into the person who can receive and sustain the life you desire. So when you notice these signs, lean into them, amplify them. If you're feeling a surge of positive emotion, find ways to prolong and intensify that feeling. If you're noticing more synchronicities, start keeping a synchronicity journal. Let's write down every coincidence, every meaningful pattern you observe. This will train your brain to notice even more synchronicities, creating a positive feedback loop. If you're experiencing a surge of creativity, don't let those ideas slip away. Capture them, write them down. Act on them, even if they seem impractical or far-fetched at first. Give them space to grow. Some of the world's most revolutionary inventions and ideas started as seemingly crazy notions. When you feel that sense of detachment from outcomes, use it as an opportunity to explore new possibilities. If you're no longer fixated on things working out in a specific way, what new avenues open up? What new approaches could you try? This detachment gives you the freedom to experiment, to play, to take risks without fear of failure. As your energy levels increase, channel that energy into activities that align with your desires. Use it to take inspired action to move closer to your goals, but also use it to enjoy life more fully. Dance, sing, play, create. Let that energy flow through you and light up every aspect of your life. And when you feel that deep sense of inner peace, use it as a touchstone when you encounter challenges or setbacks, because they will still come even when you're in the flow of manifestation. Return to that peace. Let it anchor you. Let it remind you of who you really are and what you're capable of. Now, I want to address something important. As you start noticing these signs in your life, as you start feeling the shift in your energy and your reality, you might encounter resistance. This resistance might come from within you in the form of doubt or fear, or it might come from the people around you who aren't used to this new version of you. This resistance is normal. It's a natural part of the transformation process. When you start to change, when you start to step into your power and align with your desires, it can be uncomfortable. It can feel strange. Your old self, your old patterns, your old beliefs, they might try to pull you back to what's familiar. But here's what I want you to remember. This resistance is actually a good sign. It means you're growing. It means you're pushing beyond your comfort zone. It means you're truly transforming. So when you feel that resistance, don't let it discourage you. See it for what it is, the final push before a breakthrough. And if the people around you seem unsupportive or skeptical, remember this. Your action is not about you. It's about them. It's about their own fears, their own limiting beliefs. Don't let their doubts dim your light. Instead, let your transformation inspire them. Show them what's possible when you align with your highest self. As you continue on this journey of manifestation, as you become more attuned to these signs and more skilled at working with them, you'll start to notice something incredible. You'll realize that you're not just attracting your desires, you're becoming them. You're not just changing your external reality, you're transforming your very being. You see, true manifestation isn't about getting stuff. It's not about manipulating the universe to give you what you want. It's about aligning yourself with the highest version of who you can be. It's about becoming the person who naturally attracts and creates the life you desire. And that's the real magic here. As you work with these signs, as you lean into this process of transformation, you're not just changing your circumstances. You're changing yourself. You're evolving into a more empowered, more aligned, more authentic version of yourself. This is why the process of manifestation is so powerful. It's not just about getting what you want. It's about becoming who you're meant to be. It's about stepping into your power as a creator, as a co-creator with the universe. It's about realizing that you are not separate from the universe, but an integral part of it. You are the universe expressing itself in human form. So, as you notice these signs in your life, as you feel the shift happening within you and around you, remember this. You are not just attracting your desires, you are becoming the living embodiment of your desires. You are transforming into the person who naturally lives the life you've been dreaming of. This process of becoming is the true miracle. The external manifestations, the money, the relationships, the success, they're wonderful, of course, but they're really just reflections of the internal transformation that's taking place. So embrace this process fully. Dive into it wholeheartedly. Don't hold back. Don't play small. You are capable of so much more than you've ever imagined. You have within you the power to create worlds, to shape reality, to manifest miracles. These 6 signs, the shift in your emotional state, the increase in synchronicities, the surge of creativity, the detachment from outcomes, the increase in energy, and the sense of inner peace, they're not just random occurrences. They're not just nice bonuses on your journey. They are powerful tools, potent indicators that you're aligning with the creative force of the universe. Use them, work with them, amplify them, let them guide you towards your highest potential. Let them remind you of who you really are and what you're truly capable of. Remember, every great achievement, every incredible invention, every profound change in the world, it all started with a thought. It all began with someone daring to imagine something different, something better. And that's exactly what you're doing right now. You're daring to imagine a better life, a better world. You're daring to believe that you can be more, do more, have more. And you're right. You can. You are so much more powerful than you realize. You are a miracle in human form. You are a creator, a manifester, a force of nature. These signs you're experiencing, they're just the beginning. They're just the first hints of the incredible transformation that's taking place within you. So keep going. Keep believing. Keep aligning yourself with your highest vision. Keep working with these signs, amplifying them, using them as fuel for your transformation. Because as you do, you're not just changing your life. You're changing the world. You're raising the vibration of the entire planet. You're showing others what's possible when we dare to dream, when we dare to believe, when we dare to become the highest version of ourselves. You are on the brink of something extraordinary. These signs are proof of you are on the brink of something extraordinary. These signs are proof of that. They're confirmation that you're aligning with your true power, your true potential. And as you continue to work with these signs, as you continue to elevate your consciousness and expand your awareness, you'll find that your ability to manifest your desires becomes stronger and faster. It's crucial to understand this isn't about instant gratification. It's not about snapping your fingers and having everything you want appear magically before you. This is about sustainable, lasting transformation. It's about creating a life that's in harmony with your deepest truth, your highest good. Sometimes the universe will deliver exactly what you've asked for. Other times it will give you something even better, something you couldn't have imagined for yourself. That's why that sense of detachment from outcomes is so important. It allows you to stay open to possibilities that are beyond your current understanding. As you move forward on this journey, I want you to remember something important. Consistency is key. These signs we've talked about, they're not one-time events. They're not fleeting moments of alignment that come and go. They're indicators of a fundamental shift in your energy, your consciousness, your very being. But to maintain this shift, to keep experiencing these signs and to keep attracting your desires, you need to be consistent in your practice. This means showing up for yourself every day. It means doing the inner work even when you don't feel like it. It means choosing thoughts and actions that align with your desires, even when it's challenging. Visualization, affirmations, gratitude practices. These aren't just nice things to do when you have spare time. They're essential tools for reprogramming your subconscious mind, for aligning your energy with the frequency of what you want to attract. Make them non-negotiable parts of your daily routine. And here's the beautiful thing. As you consistently do this inner work, as you consistently choose thoughts and actions that align with your desires, it becomes easier. It becomes second nature. You're literally rewiring your brain, creating new neural pathways that support your new reality. Remember, every thought you think, every emotion you feel, every action you take, it's all energy. And energy is the currency of the universe. So when you consistently emit the energy of what you want to attract, you become a magnet for those experiences, those opportunities, those relationships. Now let's talk about something that often gets overlooked in discussions about manifestation and the law of attraction. Taking inspired action. Yes, your thoughts and feelings are incredibly powerful. Yes, visualization and meditation are essential tools, but they're not enough on their own. You also need to take action in the physical world. But here's the key. It's not about forcing things to happen through sheer willpower. It's not about hustling and grinding and pushing yourself to exhaustion. It's about taking inspired action. It's about listening to your intuition, following your excitement, and taking steps that feel aligned with your desires. When you're truly in alignment, when you're experiencing these 6 signs we've talked about, you'll find that opportunities start presenting themselves. Doors start opening. The right people show up at the right time. Your job is to be ready. Your job is to say yes when these opportunities arise, even if they scare you, even if they push you out of your comfort zone. Because here's the truth, your desires are not just about you, they're not just for your benefit. Your desires, your dreams, your visions, their gifts, their unique contribution to the world. When you manifest your desires, when you step into your fullest potential, you're not just serving yourself. You're serving the world, you're fulfilling your purpose, you're playing your part in the grand tapestry of existence. So don't hold back. Don't play small. Don't let fear or doubt or unworthiness hold you back from fully embracing your power as a creator. The world needs your gifts. The world needs your light. The world needs you to step up and become the fullest, most radiant version of yourself. As you continue to work with these 6 signs, as you continue to align yourself with the frequency of your desires, I want you to expand your vision. I want you to dream bigger. I want you to ask yourself, what would I desire if I knew I couldn't fail? What would I create if I had unlimited resources? What impact would I make if I fully stepped into my power? Allow yourself to imagine a life beyond your wildest dreams. Allow yourself to envision a world transformed by your gifts, your passion, your purpose, because that's what's possible when you fully align with the creative force of the universe. That's what's possible when you become a conscious creator of your reality. Has something powerful to remember? As you elevate your own consciousness, as you raise your own vibration, you're not just changing your own life, you're affecting everyone around you. You're creating a ripple effect that extends far beyond what you can see or understand. Your transformation inspires others to transform. Your growth encourages others to grow. Your light illuminates the path for others. So by doing this work, by aligning with your desires, by becoming the highest version of yourself, you're contributing to the evolution of collective consciousness. You're playing a part in the awakening of humanity. Now, I want to address something that many people struggle with on this journey of manifestation and transformation, the idea of worthiness. So many of us carry deep-seated beliefs that we're not worthy of our desires, that we don't deserve abundance, love, success, or happiness. But I want you to hear this loud and clear. You are worthy, you are deserving, simply by virtue of existing, you are worthy of all the good that life has to offer. You don't have to earn it. You don't have to prove yourself. You don't have to be perfect. Your worthiness is not something you need to create or achieve. It's your birthright. It's an intrinsic part of who you are. And the sooner you can embrace this truth, the sooner you'll start experiencing these 6 signs we've talked about, the sooner you'll start attracting your desires. So if you find yourself struggling with feelings of unworthiness, if you find yourself doubting whether you deserve your desires, I want you to pause, take a deep breath, and remind yourself, I am worthy, I am deserving, I am enough. Make this a daily practice. Repeat it to yourself in the mirror each morning. Write it down and put it somewhere. You'll see it often. Let it sink into your subconscious. Let it become a fundamental truth that shapes your reality. Because when you truly believe in your worthiness, when you truly know that you deserve your desires, you open yourself up to receive them. You remove the energetic blocks that have been holding you back. You align yourself with the abundance that is your natural state. Now, as we near the end of our time together, I want to circle back to where we started. We began by talking about these 6 signs that you're about to attract all your desires. But I want you to understand something crucial. These signs are not just indicators of what's to come. They're not just precursors to manifestation. These signs, the shift in your emotional state, the increase in synchronicities, the surge of creativity, the detachment from outcomes, the increase in energy, and the sense of inner peace, they are manifestation. They are the evidence that you're already living in a new reality. They are proof that you've already transformed. You see, so often we get caught up in waiting for the external world to change before we allow ourselves to feel good, before we allow ourselves to believe that our desires are manifesting. But that's backwards. The internal shift comes first. The change in consciousness precedes the change in circumstance. So when you notice these signs in your life, celebrate them. Not just as indicators of what's to come, but as evidence of who you've become. Celebrate the fact that you've raised your vibration. Celebrate the fact that you've expanded your consciousness. Celebrate the fact that you've aligned yourself with the creative force of the universe. And here's the most powerful part. When you can find joy and gratitude in these internal shifts, when you can celebrate these signs as manifestations in themselves, you accelerate the process of attracting your external desires. because you're no longer operating from a place of lack or need. You're operating from a place of abundance, of wholeness, of alignment. So as you move forward from this moment, I encourage you to stay awake, stay aware. Pay attention to these signs in your life. Notice the subtle shifts in your emotions, in your energy, in your experiences. And when you notice them, amplify them, lean into them, use them as fuel for your continued growth and transformation. Remember, you are not separate from the universe. You are not a powerless observer waiting for good things to happen to you. You are a creator. You are a manifester. You are the universe expressing itself in human form. And you'll have within you the power to create any reality you can imagine. These 6 signs we've discussed, they're your cosmic compass. They're your guideposts on the journey of manifestation. They're reminders of your true nature, your true power. So use them, work with them. Let them lead you to the life of your dreams. Nature of this journey of manifestation, this process of becoming, it's not just about getting stuff. It's not just about achieving goals or acquiring possessions. It's about becoming more fully yourself. It's about aligning with your highest potential. It's about stepping into your power as a conscious creator of your reality. You are on the brink of something extraordinary. These signs are proof of that. So embrace them, celebrate them, and let them guide you towards the magnificent future that awaits you. Your desires are not just possible. They're inevitable because you are the one who creates them. You are the one who manifests them. You are the master of your reality. So go forth with confidence, go forth with excitement, go forth with the unshakable knowledge that you are the creator of your life, the architect of your destiny. Your desires are calling you. The universe is conspiring in your favor. And these 6 signs are your confirmation that everything you've ever wanted is on its way to you right now. You are powerful beyond measure. You are capable of miracles. And you are worthy of all the abundance, all the joy, all the love that this universe has to offer. So step into your power, embrace your potential, and watch as the universe moves mountains to bring your desires to you, because that's what happens when you align with the truth of who you are. That's what happens when you become a conscious creator of your reality. Your time is now. Your moment is here, and everything you've ever dreamed of is within your reach. All you have to do is recognize the signs, embrace the transformation, and step boldly into the magnificent future that awaits you. You've got this. The universe has got your back, and your desires are already on their way to you. So open your arms, open your heart, and get ready to receive all the goodness that life has in store for you. Because you, my friend, are about to attract all your desires, and it's going to be more amazing than you ever imagined. Today, at this very moment, you're exactly where you need to be. This isn't chance. This isn't luck. You're here because something inside you is calling for change, for growth, for transformation. And let me tell you, you've got everything you need to make that happen. Think about it. How many times have you told yourself, I'll start tomorrow, or I'm not ready yet? But here's the truth. There's no perfect time. The perfect time is now, right here, right now. You've been given this moment, this opportunity, and it's up to you to grab it with both hands. Now, I want you to do something for me. Close your eyes for a second. Take a deep breath. Feel the air filling your lungs now as you breathe out. Let go of all the doubt, all the fear, all the excuses that have been holding you back. Because that's all they are, excuses. They're not real. They're just stories you've been telling yourself. You see, your mind is the most powerful tool you have. It's like a supercomputer. But here's the thing. Most people never learn how to use it properly. They let their thoughts run wild, filling their heads with negativity and limitations. But not you, not anymore. From this moment on, you're going to start using your mind to create the life you want. You're going to start thinking differently, acting differently, being different. Because when you change your mind, you change your life. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking, but Joe, you don't know my situation. You don't know how hard it's been. And you're right, I don't know your specific circumstances. But I do know this. No matter what you've been through, no matter how many times you've fallen, you have the power to get back up. You have the power to rewrite your story. Let me tell you something. Your past does not define your future. Your past is just a series of experiences that have brought you to this point. But from this moment on, you get to decide what happens next. You get to choose who you become. Think about that for a second. You have the power to become anyone you want to be. You have the power to create any life you can imagine. That's not just some feel-good statement. That's a scientific fact. Your thoughts, your beliefs, your emotions, they all have a direct impact on your physical reality. Every time you have a thought, your brain releases chemicals. These chemicals affect every cell in your body. So when you're constantly thinking negative thoughts, constantly focusing on what's wrong in your life, You're literally programming your body for more of the same. But here's the good news. You can change that. You can reprogram your mind and your body for success, for happiness, for abundance. How? By changing your thoughts, by changing your focus, by changing your beliefs. Now, I want you to think about something you really want in your life. Maybe it's a new job, a healthier body, a loving relationship. Whatever it is, I want you to see it clearly in your mind. Feel what it would be like to already have it. Let that feeling fill your entire body. You see, most people wait for their circumstances to change before they'll allow themselves to feel good. They say, I'll be happy when I get that promotion, or I'll feel confident when I lose weight. But that's backwards. You need to feel the emotion first. You need to become the person who already has what you want. Your emotions are the language of your body. When you feel the emotions of joy, of gratitude, of love, you're signaling to your body that your future is already here. And your body, which doesn't know the difference between a real experience and an imagined one, starts to change on a biological level. This isn't just positive thinking. This is you actively rewiring your brain, creating new neural pathways, new patterns of thought and behavior. And as you do this consistently, day after day, you'll start to see changes in your external reality. Now, I'm not saying it's going to be easy. Breaking old habits, old patterns of thinking, it takes work, it takes commitment. But let me ask you, what's the alternative? Do you want to keep living the same life, experiencing the same problems, feeling the same way year after year? Or are you ready to step into your power? Are you ready to become the creator of your life instead of a victim of your circumstances? Because that's what this is all about. It's about taking control. It's about realizing that you're not at mercy of your genes, your environment, or your past. You have the power to change, to grow, to evolve. Think about it like this. Every great achievement in human history started as a thought in someone's mind. The Wright brothers imagined flying before they built their first plane. Thomas Edison imagined the light bulb before he created it. Everything in your life, your home, your car, the clothes you're wearing, all of it started as a thought in someone's mind. So why should your future be any different? Why can't you imagine a better life for yourself? And then, now I know some of you might be thinking, but Joe, I've tried to change before and it didn't work. And to that, I say good, because failure isn't the opposite of success. It's part of success. Every time you try and don't succeed, you're growing. You're getting closer to your goal. The only real failure is giving up. The only real failure is stopping before you've reached your full potential. And let me tell you something, your potential is limitless. You are capable of so much more than you can even imagine right now. But to tap into that potential, you need to be willing to step out of your comfort zone. You need to be willing to do things differently. Here's the truth. If you keep doing what you've always done, you'll keep getting what you've always got. If you want different results, you need to take different actions. And it all starts with your thoughts. So from this moment on, I want you to start paying attention to your thoughts. Notice when you're thinking negatively. Notice when you're limiting yourself. And then consciously choose to think differently. Instead of saying, I can't say, how can I? Instead of focusing on what's wrong in your life, focus on what's right. Instead of worrying about the future, create the future you want in your mind. And here's the key: consistently. Do it every day. Make it a habit, because your habits shape your life. What you do consistently becomes who you are. Now, I want to talk about something that's crucial to this process. Meditation. I know. Some of you might be thinking meditation. That's not for me. But hear me out. Meditation isn't about sitting cross-legged and chanting Om. It's about taking control of your mind. It's about learning to focus your thoughts to quiet the constant chatter in your head. And when you can do that, you open yourself up to incredible possibilities. You see, when you meditate, you're literally changing your brain. You're strengthening the parts of your brain associated with focus, emotional regulation, and self-awareness. You're reducing activity in the parts of your brain associated with stress and anxiety. But more than that, meditation allows you to tap into the quantum field, the field of all possibilities. It allows you to step out of your physical body, out of your environment, out of time, and into pure consciousness. And in that state, you can begin to create your new reality. Now, I'm not saying you need to meditate for hours every day. Even just 15 minutes can make a huge difference. The key is consistency. Make it part of your daily routine, just like brushing your teeth or taking a shower. And as you meditate, I want you to focus on what you want to create in your life. See it clearly in your mind. Feel the emotions associated with already having it. Let those emotions fill your entire body. Remember, your body doesn't know the difference between a real experience and an imagined one. So, when you vividly imagine your desired future and feel the associated emotions, your body begins to change as if that future is already here. This is how you begin to close the gap between where you are and where you want to be. This is how you begin to live in the future you desire in the present moment. Cool. Let's talk about another crucial aspect of this process. Your environment has a huge impact on your thoughts, your emotions, and your actions. But here's the thing. Most people let their environment control them instead of the other way around. Think about it. How many times have you said, I'm in a bad mood because of the weather, or I can't focus because it's too noisy? But the truth is, you have more control over your environment than you might think. First, there's your physical environment. Look around you right now. Is your space supporting your goals? Is it inspiring you? If not, change it. Even small changes can make a big difference. Clear out clutter, add some plants, put up pictures or quotes that inspire you. But your environment isn't just physical. It's also the people you surround yourself with, the information you consume, the habits you engage in. All of these things shape your thoughts and beliefs. So take a good look at who you're spending time with. Are they supporting your growth? Are they challenging you to be better? If not, it might be time to make some changes. The same goes for the information you're taking in. What are you reading? What are you watching? Is it feeding your mind with positivity and possibility, or is it filling you with fear and negativity? Remember, your mind is like a garden. You need to be careful about what you plant in it, and you need to be even more careful about what you allow to grow. Now, I want to address something that holds a lot of people back: fear of failure, fear of success. Fear of the unknown, these fears can be paralyzing. They can keep you stuck in the same patterns, the same routines year after year. Here's the thing about fear: it's just energy. It's a sensation in your body. And like any energy, you can learn to work with it instead of against it. The next time you feel fear, I want you to do something different. Instead of trying to push it away or ignore it, I want you to get curious about it. Where do you feel it in your body? What thoughts are associated with it? And then I want you to ask yourself, what's on the other side of this fear? What could I gain by moving through it? Because often the things we're most afraid of are the very things that will lead to our greatest growth. Remember, courage isn't the absence of fear. Courage is feeling the fear and doing it anyway. And every time you do something that scares you, you grow, you become stronger, you become more confident. Teacher. Now let's talk about something that's absolutely crucial to this whole process: self-love. Because here's the truth. You can't hate yourself into a better life. You can't criticize yourself into success. Real, lasting change comes from a place of self-acceptance and self-love. Think about it. Would you constantly criticize a child who's learning to walk? Of course not. You'd encourage them. You'd celebrate their efforts. You'd pick them up when they fall and encourage them to try again. So why do we treat ourselves any differently? Why do we beat ourselves up for our mistakes instead of learning from them? Why do we focus on our flaws instead of our strengths? From this moment on, I want you to start treating yourself with kindness and compassion. Celebrate your wins, no matter how small. Learn from your setbacks instead of dwelling on them. Speak to yourself the way you'd speak to someone you love. Because here's the thing: you are worthy of love and respect just as you are. You don't need to achieve anything or become anyone else to be worthy. You are enough right here, right now. And when you truly believe that, when you truly love and accept yourself, that's when real transformation becomes possible. Because then you're not changing out of a sense of lack or unworthiness. You're changing because you know you deserve the best life possible. Now, I want to talk about something that's often misunderstood: the concept of surrender. A lot of people think surrender means giving up, but that's not it at all. True surrender is about letting go of your attachment to how things should be and opening yourself up to all possibilities. You see, when you're too attached to a specific outcome, you limit yourself. You close yourself off to other opportunities that might be even better than what you originally imagined. So instead of trying to control every aspect of your life, learn to trust. Trust in yourself, trust in the process, trust that the universe has your back. This doesn't mean you stop taking action. It means you take inspired action, you do your part, and then you let go of the outcome. You stay open to all possibilities. And here's the beautiful thing: when you surrender in this way, when you let go of your need to control everything, life often unfolds in ways that are far better than anything you could have planned. Now let's talk about gratitude. Gratitude is one of the most powerful emotions you can feel. It's like a magnet for miracles. When you're truly grateful, you're telling the universe, yes, more of this. But here's the key: just be grateful for the big things. Be grateful for everything: the air you breathe, the water you drink, the bed you sleep in, the people in your life, even the challenges you face. because they're opportunities for growth. Make gratitude a daily practice. Every morning when you wake up, before you even get out of bed, think of 3 things you're grateful for. Feel the gratitude in your body. Let it fill you up. And throughout the day, look for things to appreciate. The more you focus on what's good in your life, the more good you'll find. It's like tuning a radio. When you tune into the frequency of gratitude, you start picking up more and more things to be grateful for. Now, I want to address something that stops a lot of people from making changes in their lives. The opinions of others. Maybe you've got family members who don't understand what you're trying to do. Maybe you've got friends who try to pull you back into old habits. Maybe you're worried about what people will think if you start living differently. Here's the truth. Other people's opinions of you are none of your business. Let me say that again. Other people's opinions of you are none of your business. You see, most people are so caught up in their own lives, their own problems, that they're not really paying attention to what you're doing anyway. And even if they are, their opinions are based on their own limited perspectives, their own fears and insecurities. Your job is not to live up to other people's expectations. Your job is to live up to your own potential, to become the best version of yourself, to create a life that lights you up. And yes, that might mean some people don't understand. It might mean some relationships change. But that's okay, because as you grow, as you change, you'll naturally attract people who support your new way of being. Remember, you're not responsible for other people's reactions to your growth. You're only responsible for your own actions and choices. Now, let's talk about something that's crucial to creating lasting change. Consistency. It's not enough to do this work once or twice and then go back to your old ways. Real transformation happens when you show up day after day, even when you don't feel like it. Think about it like working out. You wouldn't expect to get in shape by going to the gym once, right? You know it takes consistent effort over time. Well, the same is true for mental and emotional fitness. Every day, you need to choose your new way of being. Every day, you need to consciously direct your thoughts, manage your emotions, and take actions aligned with your goals. And here's the thing. It gets easier. The more you practice, the more natural it becomes. What once felt like effort starts to feel like second nature. But you've got to stick with it. You've got to push through those moments when you want to give up, when you don't see results right away, when it feels like nothing is changing, because change is happening, even if you can't see it yet. Every positive thought, every moment of gratitude, every action aligned with your goals is creating new neural pathways in your brain. It's shifting your energy. It's moving you closer to your desired reality. And she'll say, and one day you'll wake up and realize that you've become the person you've been imagining, that the life you've been dreaming of is now your reality. But it all starts with a decision to change, a decision to grow, a decision to become more. And that decision is available to you right now in this moment. You don't need to wait for the perfect time or the perfect circumstances. You can choose to start your transformation right here, right now. So I want you to make that choice. Choose to believe in yourself. Choose to love yourself unconditionally. Choose to let go of old limitations and step into your power, because you are capable of so much more than you realize. You have gifts, talents, and abilities that the world needs. You have a unique purpose that only you can fulfill. And when you align with that purpose, when you start living from a place of passion and authenticity, that's when miracles happen. That's when doors start opening. That's when synchronicities start showing up in your life. That's when you start living in the flow. Now, I want to talk about something that's often overlooked in personal developments. The power of your body. Your mind and body are not separate entities. They're intimately connected. What affects one affects the other. So if you want to change your life, if you want to change your mind, you need to involve your body in the process. This means taking care of your physical health. It means eating nutritious foods, staying hydrated, getting enough sleep, and moving your body regularly. But it's not just about physical health. It's about using your body to change your emotional state. You see, your physiology affects your psychology. The way you hold your body, the way you breathe, the way you move, all of these things have a direct impact on how you feel. So the next time you're feeling down or stressed, try this. Stand up straight. Pull your shoulders back, lift your chin, and put a big smile on your face. Take a few deep breaths. Now, how do you feel? Different, right? That's because you can't feel depressed while your body is in a state of confidence and joy. It's physically impossible. Your body and your emotions are that closely linked. So use this to your advantage. Use your body as a tool to shift your emotional state. Dance, jump, laugh, do whatever it takes to get yourself into a positive physical state, and your mind will follow. Now, let's talk about something that's absolutely crucial to creating the life you want. Your self-talk, the conversations you have with yourself in your head, have a massive impact on your reality. Most people go through life with a constant stream of negative self-talk running through their minds. I'm not good enough. I can't do this. Things never work out for me. And then they wonder why their lives don't change. But here's the conscious mind is always listening. It doesn't know the difference between what's real and what's imagined. So when you constantly tell yourself these negative things, your subconscious accepts them as truth and works to make them your reality. From this moment on, I want you to become aware of your self-talk. Notice when you're being negative or critical towards yourself, and then consciously choose to change it. Instead of, I can't do this, say, I'm learning how to do this. Instead of, I'm not good enough, say, I'm constantly growing and improving. Instead of, things never work out for me, say, I'm open to all the good that life has to offer. It might feel awkward at first. It might feel like you're lying to yourself. But remember, you're not describing your current reality. You're creating your future reality. You're programming your subconscious mind for success. And as you do this consistently, you'll start to notice changes. You'll feel more confident, more capable, more deserving of good things. And your external reality will start to reflect these internal changes. Now, I want to address something that holds a lot of people back. The need for perfection. So many people never start because they're waiting to have it all figured out. They're waiting until they feel ready. They're waiting for the perfect plan. But here's the truth. There's no perfect plan. There's no perfect time, and you'll never feel completely ready. Success isn't about being perfect. It's about being willing to be imperfect. It's about being willing to make mistakes, to look foolish, to fail forward, because every mistake, every failure is an opportunity to learn. It's feedback. It's data that you can use to adjust your approach and get closer to your goals. So stop waiting for perfection. Stop waiting until you have it all figured out. Start where you are with what you have. Take imperfect action. Make mistakes. Learn from them. Adjust your approach and keep moving forward. Remember, it's not about getting it right the first time. It's about getting it right eventually. And the only way to do that is to start to take action, to be willing to be imperfect. Now, let's talk about something that's crucial to creating lasting change. Your habits, your life right now is a reflection of your habits. The things you do consistently, day in and day out, shape your reality. If you want to change your life, you need to change your habits. And the key to changing habits is to start small. Don't try to overhaul your entire life overnight. That's a recipe for burnout and failure. Instead, focus on one small habit at a time. Maybe it's meditating for 5 minutes each morning. Maybe it's drinking a glass of water as soon as you wake up. Maybe it's writing down 3 things you're grateful for before bed. Whatever it is, make it so small, so easy that you can't say no. And then do it consistently every day, no matter what. Because here's the thing, small changes done consistently lead to big results. It's not about making radical changes. It's about making small changes and sticking with them long enough to see results. And as you build one small habit, it becomes easier to build another and another until eventually you've transformed your entire life through a series of small, consistent actions. Now, I want to talk about something that's often misunderstood. The role of emotions in this process. A lot of people think that to be successful, to achieve their goals, they need to be positive all the time. They try to suppress any negative emotions to push them away. But that's not how it works. Emotions, all emotions, are part of the human experience. They're not good or bad. They're just energy in motion. And all emotions have something to teach us if we're willing to listen. So instead of trying to push away negative emotions, I want you to get curious about them. When you feel angry or sad or frustrated, ask yourself, what is this emotion trying to tell me? What need isn't being met? What belief is being challenged? And then instead of reacting from that emotional state, choose how you want to respond. Choose the person you want to be in that moment. This is emotional intelligence. It's not about never feeling negative emotions. It's about being able to feel them, understand them, and then choose your response. And as you develop this skill, you'll find that you're no longer at the mercy of your emotions. You're no longer controlled by your reactions. You become the creator of your emotional state rather than victim of it. Now, let's talk about something that's absolutely crucial to this whole process. Patience. In today's world of instant gratification, we've lost the art of patience. We want everything now. We want to see results immediately. But real change, lasting change, takes time. It takes consistent effort over a period of time. It's not about making a big change once, it's about making small changes every day and having the patience to stick with it, even when you don't see immediate results. Think about it like planting a seed. When you plant a seed, you don't see results right away. For a while, it seems like nothing is happening, but beneath the surface, that seed is growing, it's developing roots, it's gathering strength. And then one day, seemingly out of nowhere, a small sprout breaks through the soil. And from there, with continued care and attention, it grows into a beautiful plant. Your personal growth is the same way. For a while, it might seem like nothing is changing. But beneath the surface, you're developing new neural pathways, you're shifting your energy, you're becoming a new version of yourself. And then one day, you'll notice changes. Small changes at first, but those small changes will lead to bigger changes. And before you know it, you've transformed your entire life. But it all starts with patience, with the willingness to trust the process, to keep showing up day after day, even when you don't see immediate results. Remember, you're not just changing a behavior or two, you're rewiring your brain, you're shifting your entire way of being, and that takes time, but it's so worth it. Now, I want to address something that stops a lot of people from even starting this journey, the belief that it's too late. Maybe you think you're too old to change. Maybe you think you've made too many mistakes. Maybe you think your past defines your future. But let me tell you something. It's never too late. Your past does not define your future unless you let it. Every moment is a new beginning. Every breath is an opportunity to start again. Think about it. Your body is constantly renewing itself. Your skin cells replace themselves every 27 days, your liver cells every 300, 500 days, your skeleton every 10 years. Physically, you are not the same person you were a few years ago. So why should your mind be any different? Why can't you renew your thoughts, your beliefs, your way of being? The truth is, you can. At any age, at any stage of life, you have the power to change, you have the power to grow, you have the power to become more. In many ways, the challenges you face, the mistakes you've made, they're not obstacles to your growth. They're fuel for it. They're experiences you can learn from, strength you can draw on. So don't let the belief that it's too late hold you back. Don't let your past define your future. Choose to see every moment as a new beginning, a new opportunity to become the person you want to be. Now, as we start to wrap up, I want to talk about something that's absolutely crucial. Taking action. Everything we've talked about with changing your thoughts, managing your emotions, developing new habits, it's all important. But without action, it's just theory. You see, knowledge isn't power. Applied knowledge is power. It's not enough to know what to do. You have to actually do it. So I want you to commit right now to taking action. It doesn't have to be big. In fact, it's better if it's small, but it has to be something. Maybe it's setting aside 10 minutes tomorrow morning to meditate. Maybe it's writing down 3 things you're grateful for before bed tonight. Maybe it's making one small change to your diet or exercise routine. Whatever it is, commit to it and then do it. No excuses, no putting it off. Because here's the thing. Every action you take is a vote for the person you want to become. Every time you follow through on a commitment to yourself, you build trust with yourself. You prove to yourself that you're capable of change. And as you take consistent action, day after day, you build momentum. And that momentum makes it easier to keep going, to keep growing, to keep becoming more. Remember, you don't have to see the whole path to take the first step. You just have to take the first step, and then the next, and then the next. And before you know it, you'll look back and be amazed at how far you've come. So as we come to the end of our time together, I want to leave you with this. You are powerful beyond measure. You have within you everything you need to create the life you desire. You have the power to change, to grow, to become more than you ever thought possible. But that power is activated by your choices, by your thoughts, by your actions. It's activated by your willingness to step out of your comfort zone, to face your fears, to keep going even when things get tough. So choose wisely. Choose thoughts that empower you. Choose actions that move you forward. Choose to believe in yourself even when no one else does. Because you are the author of your life story. You are the creator of your reality. And from this moment on, you get to decide how that story unfolds. So what will you choose? Will you choose to stay where you are? Or will you choose to grow? Will you choose to let your past define you? Or will you choose to create a new future? Will you choose to live by default? Or will you choose to live by design? The choice is yours. And I believe in you. I believe in your power to change, to grow, to become more. I believe that if this message has found you, it's because you're ready to step into your power, ready to create the life you truly desire. So go forth, take action, Believe in yourself, and remember, every moment is a new opportunity to become more of who you're meant to be. You've got this. Now go make it happen. The alarm goes off. You reach over, hit snooze, and roll back into the warm comfort of your bed. Sound familiar? It's a common scene played out in millions of homes every morning. But what if I told you that those first few moments when you wake up are the most powerful of your entire day? What if I said that by changing what you do in those precious minutes, you could transform your entire life? You see, when you first wake up, your brain is in a special state. It's malleable, receptive, and prime for programming. The thoughts and actions you engage in during this time set the tone for your entire day and, by extension, your entire life. So instead of reaching for your phone to check social media or immediately jumping into your to-do list, I want to challenge you to do something different. Something that will rewire your brain, reshape your reality, and set you on a path to becoming the person you've always dreamed of being. Here's what I want you to do. It the moment you open your eyes, before you even get out of bed, take a deep breath. Feel the air filling your lungs, expanding your chest. As you exhale, let go of any tension in your body. Now bring your attention to the present moment. Notice the softness of your pillow, the warmth of your blanket, the quiet of the early morning. This simple act of mindfulness starts to activate the frontal lobe of your brain, the part responsible for focus, decision-making, and planning. Next, I want you to sit up slowly. Plant your feet firmly on the floor. Feel the connection between your body and the earth. This grounding exercise helps to calm your nervous system and center your energy. Now close your eyes and take 3 more deep breaths. With each inhale, imagine you're breathing in possibility, potential, and positive energy. With each exhale, let go of doubt, fear, and limitation. Now comes the most crucial part. I want you to spend the next 10 to 15 minutes visualizing your ideal day and your ideal self. See yourself moving through your day with confidence, tackling challenges with ease, and achieving your goals. Feel the emotions associated with success, the joy, the pride, the sense of accomplishment. This isn't just daydreaming. This is active creation. You're literally rewiring your brain to align with this new reality. You might be thinking, how can simply imagining something change my life? Well, let me explain. Your brain doesn't know the difference between what's happening in your environment and what's happening in your mind. When you vividly imagine something, your brain fires the same neural pathways as if you were actually experiencing it. This means that by consistently visualizing your ideal self and your ideal life, you're training your brain to operate as if that reality already exists. But it's not just about visualization. It's about combining that mental imagery with elevated emotions. When you pair a clear mental picture with strong positive feelings, you create a powerful cocktail that can literally change your brain chemistry. You're elevating your emotional state, and in doing so, you're changing your energy field. You're no longer operating from a place of stress, fear, or lack. Instead, you're coming from a place of possibility, abundance, and joy. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. This sounds great, but I don't have time for all this in the morning. I have kids to get ready, a commute to battle, work to do. I hear you, but I want you to consider this. How much time do you spend scrolling through social media each day? How many minutes do you waste worrying about things you can't control? If you can find time for those activities, you can find 15 minutes to invest in yourself and your future. And here's the thing, this isn't just about feeling good in the moment. This practice has real, measurable effects on your brain and body. When you start your day in this intentional way, you're increasing the production of feel-good neurotransmitters like dopamine and serotonin. You're reducing the stress hormone cortisol. You're improving your focus and cognitive function. All of this sets you up for a more productive, positive day. But it goes even deeper than that. By consistently practicing this morning routine, you're actually changing the structure of your brain. You're strengthening neural pathways associated with positivity and success. You're weakening the connections linked to negative patterns and limiting beliefs. This is neuroplasticity in action, your brain's ability to reorganize itself based on your thoughts and experiences. Now, let's talk about why this is so powerful specifically in the morning. When you sleep, your brain goes through a process of consolidation, sorting through the experiences and information from the previous day. When you wake up, your brain is in a highly receptive state, almost like a blank slate. The thoughts and images you feed it during this time have a disproportionate impact on your subconscious mind. By starting your day with this intentional practice, you're essentially programming your subconscious to look for opportunities that align with your vision. You're priming your reticular activating system, the part of your brain that filters information to notice things that support your goals and aspirations. This means that throughout your day, you'll be more likely to see possibilities where before you might have seen obstacles. But here's where it gets really exciting. This morning practice isn't just about visualizing a better future. It's about stepping into that future version of yourself right now. When you consistently imagine yourself as more confident, more successful, more fulfilled, you start to embody those qualities in your daily life. You begin to make decisions from the perspective of your future self rather than being limited by your past experiences or current circumstances. Think about it this way. If you were already living your ideal life, how would you approach your day? How would you interact with others? What kind of energy would you bring to your work? By asking yourself these questions and then acting as if you're already that person, you start to close the gap between your current reality and your desired future. Now, I know this might sound a bit abstract or woo-woo to some of you, but I want you to understand that this is grounded in science. We now know that our thoughts and emotions have a direct impact on our biology. When you think positive thoughts and feel positive emotions, you're literally changing the chemical environment in your body. You're influencing gene expression, boosting your immune system, and even altering your DNA. Let me give you a concrete example. Have you ever noticed how when you're in a good mood, everything seems to go your way? You hit all the green lights, you have great conversations with people, opportunities seem to fall into your lap. On the flip side, when you're stressed or in a bad mood, everything feels like a struggle. You get stuck in traffic, people are rude to you. Nothing seems to work out. This isn't just coincidence or confirmation bias. It's a direct result of the energy you're putting out into the world. When you start your day in a high energy, positive state, you're more likely to attract experiences that match that energy. It's like tuning a radio. When you're operating at a higher frequency, you pick up on higher frequency experiences and opportunities. But here's the key. You can't just do this once and expect miracles. Like any skill, this takes practice and consistency. You need to make this morning routine a non-negotiable part of your day. It needs to become as automatic as brushing your teeth or taking a shower. And yes, there will be days when you don't feel like doing it. There will be mornings when you're tired or stressed or pressed for time. Do it anyway. Those are the days when you need it most. Now, let's talk about what happens after you finish this morning practice. As you go about your day, I want you to carry that energy and intention with you. When you interact with others, do so from a place of abundance and positivity. When you face challenges, approach them with the confidence of your future self. When opportunities arise, say yes with enthusiasm. And here's a powerful tip. Throughout your day, take short breaks to reconnect with that morning state. It could be as simple as taking 3 deep breaths and visualizing your goals for a minute or two. By doing this, you're reinforcing those neural pathways and maintaining that high energy state. But remember, this isn't just about feeling good or achieving personal success. When you elevate your own energy and consciousness, you have a ripple effect on everyone around you. Your positivity becomes contagious. Your confidence inspires others. Your success creates opportunities for those in your circle. By changing yourself, you quite literally start to change the world. Now, I want to address something important. Some of you might be thinking, this all sounds great, but my life is really challenging right now. How can I visualize a better future when my present is so difficult? I hear you. Life can be tough, and sometimes it feels like the odds are stacked against us. But this is precisely why this practice is so powerful. You see, when you're going through hard times, it's easy to get stuck in a loop of negative thinking. Your brain naturally focuses on problems and potential threats. This is a survival mechanism that served us well in our evolutionary past. But in today's world, it often does more harm than good. Intentionally directing your thoughts towards positivity and possibility, you're breaking that negative cycle. You're giving your brain a new pattern to follow. Moreover, this practice isn't about denying your current reality or pretending that problems don't exist. It's about expanding your perspective to see beyond your current circumstances. It's about recognizing that no matter how challenging things are right now, you have the power to create change. You have the ability to write a new story for your life. Think of it this way. If every great achievement, every positive change in history started as a thought in someone's mind. The device you're listening to this on, the building you're in, the society we live in, all of these were once just ideas. By visualizing your ideal future, you're taking the first step towards making it a reality. You're planting the seeds of change in the fertile soil of your mind. Now, let's talk about another crucial aspect of this morning practice. Gratitude, after you've finished your visualization, I want you to spend a few moments focusing on what you're grateful for. This could be big things like your health or your relationships, or small things like the comfortable bed you slept in or the coffee you're about to enjoy. The key is to really feel the gratitude, not just think about it intellectually. Why is this important? Well, gratitude is one of the highest emotional states we can experience. When you feel truly grateful, you're signaling to the universe that you're open to receiving more good things. You're shifting your focus from what's lacking in your life to what's abundant. This simple practice can dramatically shift your perspective and your energy. Moreover, gratitude has been shown to have numerous physical and psychological benefits. It reduces stress, improves sleep, boosts immunity, and increases overall life satisfaction. By incorporating gratitude into your morning routine, you're not just setting yourself up for a good day, you're improving your overall quality of life. Now, I want to circle back to something I mentioned earlier, the importance of elevated emotions. When you're visualizing your ideal future, it's crucial that you not only see it clearly in your mind's eye, but that you feel it deeply in your body. I don't want you to experience the joy, the excitement, the sense of accomplishment as if it's happening right now. This is where many people struggle. They can picture what they want, but they can't quite capture the feeling of having it. If this is you, don't worry. Like any skill, this takes practice. Start by recalling a time when you felt truly happy, proud, or fulfilled. Really sink into that memory. Feel it in your body. Where do you feel it? In your chest, your stomach, your fingertips. The more you practice tuning into these positive emotions, the easier it becomes to generate them at will. And here's a powerful secret. The universe doesn't respond to your thoughts or your words. It responds to your energy, your vibration. When you combine clear intention with elevated emotion, you become a magnet for experiences that match that energy. You start to attract opportunities, people, and circumstances that align with your vision. Now, let's talk about another crucial element of this morning practice, affirmations. After your visualization and gratitude practice, I want you to spend a few moments repeating positive statements about yourself and your life. These aren't just any generic positive phrases, but specific, personalized affirmations that resonate with your goals and your ideal self. For example, if you're working on building confidence, you might say something like, I am confident and capable in all situations. If you're focusing on abundance, you might affirm, I am open to receiving all the wealth and prosperity the universe has to offer. The key is to phrase these affirmations in the present tense as if they're already true. Now, I know some of you might be skeptical about affirmations. You might be thinking, how can saying something that isn't true make it true? But here's the thing, your subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between what's real and what's imagined. And when you consistently feed it positive messages, it starts to accept them as truth. This in turn influences your beliefs, your actions, and ultimately your results. Think of it this way. Your mind is like a garden. Your thoughts are the seeds. Affirmations are a way of intentionally planting positive seeds in the fertile soil of your subconscious with consistent nurturing. That is repetition and belief. These seeds will grow into beautiful, abundant plants. In other words, your affirmed thoughts will manifest in your reality. Now, I want to address something that often comes up when we talk about this kind of practice. Some people worry that focusing on their ideal future means they're not accepting or appreciating their present. They fear that visualizing something better implies that they're not grateful for what they have now. But this is a misconception. Gratitude for your present circumstances and vision for your future are not mutually exclusive. In fact, they're complementary. When you appreciate what you have now, you create a foundation of positivity from which to build your future. And when you envision a bright future, it enhances your appreciation for your journey and your present moment. Think of it like planning a trip. You can be perfectly happy and content in your home while also being excited about and planning for a wonderful vacation. Your enthusiasm for the trip doesn't diminish your love for your home. In the same way, your vision for your future doesn't negate your appreciation for your present. Now, let's talk about another powerful element you can incorporate into your morning routine. Meditation after your visualization, gratitude practice, and affirmations. I want you to spend a few minutes in quiet meditation. This doesn't have to be complicated. Simply sit comfortably, close your eyes, and focus on your breath. The purpose of this meditation is twofold. First, it helps to integrate all the work you've just done. It allows the positive images, emotions, and affirmations to really sink into your subconscious. Second, it creates a space of calm and clarity from which to begin your day. It's like pressing a reset button on your mind, allowing you to approach your day with freshness and focus. If you're new to meditation, don't worry about doing it right. There's no such thing as perfect meditation. If your mind wanders, it will simply notice it and gently bring your attention back to your breath. Even a few minutes of this practice can have profound effects on your mental state and your overall well-being. Now, as we start to wrap up this morning routine, I want to talk about the final step, setting intentions for your day. Before you get out of bed and start your regular activities, take a moment to clearly state what you intend to accomplish or experience in the coming hours. These intentions should be aligned with your larger vision, but focused on the immediate future. For example, you might set an intention to approach all your interactions with kindness and understanding. Or you might intend to stay focused and productive on a particular project. The key is to be specific and positive. By setting these intentions, you're essentially creating a roadmap for your day. You're telling your subconscious mind what to focus on and what's important. This helps to keep you aligned with your goals and your higher self, even as you navigate the challenges and distractions of daily life. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. This all sounds great, but it also sounds like it takes a lot of time. I'm already rushed in the mornings as it is. I hear you. Time is precious, especially in the early hours of the day. But I want you to consider this. How much time do you currently spend starting your day in a state of stress and rush? How much energy do you waste worrying about the day ahead or regretting things from the day before? This morning routine, while it might take 20, 30 minutes of your time, will save you countless hours of stress, indecision, and lack of focus throughout your day. It's an investment in yourself and your future that pays enormous dividends. And the beautiful thing is, as you practice this routine consistently, it becomes easier and more efficient. What might take 30 minutes at first could eventually be condensed to 15 minutes or less. Moreover, many people find that when they start their day with this kind of intentional practice, they actually need less sleep. They wake up naturally earlier, feeling more refreshed and energized. So, in a very real sense, this routine doesn't cost you time. Now, let's talk about consistency. Like any transformative practice, the real power of this morning routine lies in doing it regularly. It's not about perfection. It's about persistence. You might not feel dramatic changes after one day or even 1 week. But if you commit to this practice for 30, 60, 90 days, that's when the magic really starts to happen. Think of it like working out. You don't get fit by going to the gym once, no matter how intense the workout. It's the consistent, repeated effort over time that transforms your body. The same principle applies to your mind and your life. Each morning that you dedicate to this practice, you're strengthening your mental and emotional muscles, you're building new neural pathways, you're literally reshaping your brain. And here's the beautiful thing. As you continue this practice, it gets easier and more natural. What might feel challenging or awkward at first becomes second nature. You'll find yourself naturally waking up earlier, eager to start your morning routine. You'll notice that your default state throughout the day becomes more positive and focused. You'll start attracting opportunities and experiences that align with your vision. This isn't about waiting for some future moment when everything will magically fall into place. It's about bringing that future into your present moment. It's about embodying your ideal self right now, today. When you consistently think, feel, and act as if you're already living your dream life, you begin to make it your reality. Now, I want to address something that often comes up when people start this kind of practice. You might experience resistance. Old habits and thought patterns might try to reassert themselves. You might have days where you don't feel like doing the routine, or where you do it but don't feel particularly inspired or energized. This is normal. In fact, it's a sign that you're making progress. Your brain, like any system, resists change at first. It's comfortable with its established patterns, even if those patterns aren't serving you well. When you introduce new thoughts and behaviors, there's often a period of discomfort as your neural pathways reorganize themselves. But here's the key. Push through. Do the practice even when you don't feel like it. Those are often the days when you need it most and when you'll experience the most growth. Remember, you're not just changing your morning routine. You're changing your life. And that kind of transformation doesn't always feel comfortable in the moment. You have to keep in mind, this practice isn't about suppressing negative emotions or pretending that everything is perfect all the time. Life will still have its challenges. You'll still experience setbacks and disappointments. The difference is in how you respond to these experiences. When you start your day by connecting with your highest self and your deepest aspirations, you create a buffer against stress and negativity. You develop a kind of emotional resilience that allows you to navigate challenges with grace and wisdom. Instead of being knocked off course by every obstacle, you're able to stay centered and focused on your larger vision. Moreover, you start to see challenges not as roadblocks, but as opportunities for growth and learning. Every difficult situation becomes a chance to practice being your ideal self, to embody the qualities you've been visualizing and affirming. In this way, even the tough times become fuel for your transformation. Now, let's talk about the ripple effect of this practice. When you change your inner world, your thoughts, emotions, and energy, you inevitably change your outer world. You start showing up differently in your relationships. You bring a new level of focus and creativity to your work. You make decisions from a place of confidence and clarity rather than fear or people notice. They might not know exactly what's different about you, but they'll sense a change. Your energy will be contagious. You'll start inspiring others without even trying. Your relationships will improve. Opportunities will seem to appear out of nowhere. This is because you're no longer operating from your old limited self. You're tapping into a greater field of possibility. You're aligning yourself with the creative force of the universe. And when you do that, the universe conspires to support you. But remember, this isn't about waiting for the universe to magically deliver your dreams to you. It's about co-creating your reality. Your morning practice sets the stage, but it's your actions throughout the day that bring your vision to life. As you go about your day, constantly ask yourself, what would my ideal self do in this situation? How can I align my actions with my vision? Practices are another crucial point. It's the importance of awareness. As you practice this morning routine and start to see changes in your life, it's essential to stay aware. Notice the synchronicities that start to occur. Pay attention to the new ideas and inspirations that come to you. Be open to unexpected opportunities. Awareness serves two purposes. First, it allows you to capitalize on the positive changes that are occurring. When you're aware, you're more likely to recognize and act on opportunities that align with your goals. Second, it reinforces the effectiveness of your practice. When you notice positive changes, it strengthens your belief in the process, which in turn makes the process even more powerful. Now, I want to talk about something that might seem contradictory at first, the importance of letting go. While this morning practice is about actively creating your reality, there's also an element of surrender involved. You're putting your intentions out there. You're aligning your energy with your desires, but then you need to release attachment to how exactly things will unfold. Think of it like planting a garden. You choose the seeds carefully. You prepare the soil. You water and nurture the plants. But you don't dig up the seeds every day to see if they're growing. You trust in the process. You know that with proper care and patience, the plants will flourish. The same principle applies to your life. Your morning practice is like planting seeds in the fertile soil of your mind and the universe, but then you need to trust. Trust that the right opportunities will come at the right time. Trust that you'll be guided to the right actions. Trust that everything is unfolding for your highest good. This trust, this letting go, actually accelerates the manifestation process. When you're not anxiously trying to control every detail, you open yourself up to possibilities beyond what you could have imagined. You allow the universe to bring you something even better than what you initially envisioned. Now, as we start to bring this talk to a close, I want to emphasize something crucial. This morning practice, as powerful as it is not a magic pill. It's not going to instantly solve all your problems or make your dreams materialize overnight. What it will do is set you on a path of continuous growth and transformation. Think of it as a compass, constantly reorienting you towards your true north. It's a daily recommitment to your highest self and your deepest aspirations. It's a way of consciously choosing who you want to be and how you want to live, rather than simply reacting to circumstances. And here's the beautiful thing. As you continue this practice, as you consistently align your thoughts, emotions, and actions with your vision, you'll find that your vision itself evolves. You'll discover new depths to your potential. You'll uncover passions and abilities you didn't even know you had. You'll start to dream even bigger. This is the true power of this practice. It's not just about achieving specific goals, although that will happen. It's about continual expansion. It's about becoming more fully yourself, more fully alive, more fully engaged with the magnificent adventure of living. So, as you leave here today and return to your daily life, I challenge you to commit to this morning practice. Commit to it not just for a day or a week, but for the long haul. Commit to it even when it feels difficult or when you don't see immediate results. Commit to it as an act of self-love, as a gift to your future self. Remember, every great journey begins with a single step. And that step That powerful first step that can change the entire trajectory of your life is as simple as how you choose to start your day. It's about what you decide to do in those first precious moments when you open your eyes. So, tomorrow morning, when your alarm goes off, don't hit snooze. Don't reach for your phone. Instead, take a deep breath. Sit up, plant your feet on the floor, and begin the beautiful, transformative process of creating your new reality. Should you have within you an infinite well of potential? You have the power to shape your life, to influence your circumstances, to become the person you've always known you could be. And it all starts with how you begin your day. So go forth from here with a new sense of possibility. Go forth with the knowledge that you hold the key to your own transformation. Go forth and create the life of your dreams one morning at a time. Remember, you are the author of your own story. You are the creator of your own reality. And every morning you have the opportunity to write a new page, to paint a new picture, to step into a new version of yourself. The power is yours. The time is now. Your new life is waiting. All you have to do is wake up and claim it.